And now that brings me to Coco. She was also put on the shelf, no thanks to Stacey Hardy back at Beach Party Slam. But Coco went under, what happened to her after Pandemonium, how devastated she was after losing the Women's Championship at Pandemonium 11. She went through this weird transformation. She just changed like you wouldn't even believe. Basically, she denounced her wrestling, her abilities, her Native American heritage. She just gave up and forgot who she was. She went around as simply going as Courtney. She lost a ton of weight. Just acted like she didn't even know anything about the wrestling business. She became bitter as hell, just interfering in people's matches. Basically, she became one of those chauvinistic those women who just think that women shouldn't wrestle, which should be more about being beautiful and stuff like that, and just annoying the hell out of the entire roster. And I guess Stacey Hardy got fed up and just took her out of the picture. And ever since then, we saw her recuperating with Mona Loca for a few weeks, but ever since then, she just disappeared. No one's even seen her since. And then back to Ursula Ariano, she was also put on the shelf. She was also put on the shelf by Stacey Hardy. And the thing is, this could have come at a better time for Ursula Ariano, because when this happened, it was actually only a few months before her contract was going to expire in the UWA. Well, while she was recuperating, well, let's just say Ursula Ariano, I'm not going to say who, and you're going to have to wait and see when UWA comes back. But Ursula Ariano, let's just say she's been sleeping around with a certain celebrity in Hollywood. She's all over TMZ, all over Entertainment Time, all over these magazines, and now became an instant celebrity. WWE, TNA, other colleagues, they've been trying to sign her, putting money for her, trying to get her to be a part of their company because she has so much star power now. This landscape in WWE has changed tremendously since we've been gone. I mean, one of the big stories is the heel turn by Quentin Rampage Jackson. Because Rampage, he felt that the fans had betrayed him. He said it's because the way he was brought in this company. Back at Claim to Fame 2009, Rampage's first match, he defeated the franchise player to become a UWA champion. Because of that, the way he debuted, many people would argue because of that, he just destroyed the legacy of the UWA championship. And many guys in the back and many people on the roster feel the same way. So Rampage has received a lot of heat from both the fans and the UWA locker room ever since then. But of course, Rampage said this is not his fault. I mean, it was all Filmo's and UWA management's idea to make Rampage compete for the UWA championship on his debut match to begin with, because obviously the UFC crowd, that's what they wanted. And then a month later, the Ace of Spades, Luke Fowler, of course, he's not going to sit down lightly to see when Rampage get away with that, because Luke and Nick, they've been friends forever. So Luke Fowler, he challenges Rampage. Luke Fowler's got brutalized. He just got his ass handed to him. He basically got squashed from bell to bell. Basically, the Rampage he just toyed with Luke for like 10 to 15 minutes, destroying him. And basically, I mean, Rampage just proved that he's, out of shadow of a doubt, unstoppable. He's a whole new entity now that he's turned heel. And he has his eyes set on the UWA Championship. Ever since last year on this time, you guys were just commenting, messaging, talking about how much you want to see, Gene Starr in the main events, how much you want to see him exceed how you guys loved the push that he was getting. And Gene Starr had a very few opportunities to compete to win the UWA Championship. He didn't get the job done at Pandemonium. Nor those two matches he had against Lord Magma last year. And you guys were just dying, begging to see Gene Starr become UWA champion. Well, folks, this is the reason. What upsets me is the fact the timing of our departure that came to when it did, because believe it or not, at Haunted Bash back in October, Gene Starr actually won the UWA Championship, beating Alex Richards and ending his title reign of tyranny once and for all. And Gene Starr has finally became a UWA champion for the first time in 4 years. He hasn't become heavyweight champion since 2007. And now Gene Stone, he's saying he's going to make a vow. He's going to make sure that he wants to finally go to Pandemonium next year as a heavyweight champion, defend it successfully, and win the heavyweight championship at Pandemonium. Because Gene Stone, he said there's only a couple of things left that he wants to accomplish in his career in UW. One is to actually win in the main event at Pandemonium. The second accomplishment he wants to do, he wants to be the first ever 5-card stud champion. You know, you have your Triple Crown champions, you know, you have your Grand Slam champions, and you have your 5-card stud champion. I can't think of any better names than that because no one's ever done it before. In UWA, you have your UWA championship, you had your tag team championships, you have your UWA championship, you have your No Limits championship. Before those UWA No Limits championship, you had your Underground championship, and you had your West Coast championship. So there's a total of 5 men's titles there's ever been. Gene Stone has won all those championships except the No Limits championship. He wants to one day get that No Limits championship because he wants to be the first 5-card stud champion. But however, there's 2 other individuals who have been former Grand Slam champions, and Vaughn Creed. All he has to do is win the tag team championships. Because if he wins the tag team championship, that's the only title he's never won, the tag team championships. This is the big announcement involving UWA. Now, when UWA returns in December, you know, we're going to see a lot of new faces, a lot of new characters. I'm not going to say who just yet. You're going to have to just wait and see. And there's even going to be some old faces returning as well. A couple of them. And the one that I don't know everyone would dying to see the return of is this man right here. That's right, the glory of the universe himself, Planet X, has made a triumphant return back at Hall Night Bash. I mean, it all started back at Bloodshed. These weird promos were playing, like these footage from the Hubble Space Telescope tracking an object coming closer to Earth, saying it's gonna impact Earth within a month. And at the same time, these weird transmissions were received, and said something about the galactic ley line. So Gene Stone was thinking maybe it had something to do with him. But as time went by, that was clearly not the case. Because at Hall Night Bash, when there was a tag team match between the Destroyer and Spike versus Vaughn Creed and Murphy Law, out of nowhere, just when it seemed like the franchise nation, Vaughn Creed and Murphy Law had the win, Vaughn Creed turned around, and what did he see? That's right, Planet X just had him collided him out of his boots and made a huge return. And folks, Planet X, there's only one thing he wants. 2 things, actually. He wants revenge on Vaughn Creed, and he wants his UWA title back. Because if you think about it, Planet X has never really got a chance to get back his UWA championship after it was stripped from him. No thanks to Gene Stone's first wish of the Master Ring last year. Up next, our biggest CPV at the end of the year, Claim to Fame. This is possibly one of the biggest events of the year. We have 9 huge matches on the card. Of course, we have ourselves the main event for the UWA Championship, the triple threat match between, as Gene Stone defends the title against Rampage and the Destroyer. We actually have a double main event as Planet X will face Vaughn Creed once again, but this time it's going to be in the Hell in a Cell match. And then you have another huge match at Claim to Fame. It's going to be a fatal 4-way Monsters Ball for the No Limits Championship. You have the defending champion Spike Spiegel defending against Alex Richards, Samoa Joe, and Yuri Lowell. I mean, you know, Vaughn Creed and Alex Richards, they want to control all the tag team championships. You know, Vaughn Creed, he says after he defeats Planet X and the Hell so much at Claim to Fame, he's going to go after the UWA championship. Alex Richards, he's going to go after the West Coast championship. And then, you know, of course, eventually, I'm sure Vontae's going to go for the tag team championship. That's a different story. You have all four of these men gunning for the Noma's championship in a huge, extreme, anything goes monsters ball matchup. And speaking of the franchise nation, also another huge match on the card is Vicious taking on the franchise nation's heavy hitter, with, I'm sure, Anna Taylor will be in his corner, Murphy Law. Of course, Vicious, he stole the Master Ring from Alex Richards. And of course, Alex Richards, he wants Murphy Law to be the guy to take the ring back from Vicious and return it back to the franchise nation. So, these two heavy hitters are going to have a huge smash mouth battle in Toronto, Canada on Claim to Fame. And I know you all are not, you can't wait to see that one. You just can't wait to see the return. We're going to go balls to the wall with everything. And, the new format, we'll hopefully have 2 episodes of Assault, 2 episodes of Double X Factor a month, followed by a CBV at least every other month. And, these shows will probably be 1 episode of Assault and 1 episode of Double X Factor combined will be just as long, just as big as how long an old episode of Assault used to be. So it'll probably be 3 matches on Assault, 3 matches on Double X Factor. It'll probably be, depending on what our schedule is, it'll probably be like 2 shows, 1 show each, probably a week or so, depending on what our schedule is. And that's the thing, with my busy schedule, that's what it is. I'm just so passionate. I just have all these great ideas I want to share with you guys all out there with WWE. I just can't stand just keeping it away from you guys for much longer. So I still have a busy schedule. I still have work. I have my business to run. And, I can still find some time to do UWA. So, but the one thing that's going to be different is I'm not going to guarantee, when I set up dates for, episodes of Assault, Double X Factor, or the CPVs, I'm not going to be able to guarantee that all the shows will be uploaded on time on YouTube, because I'm only going to be able to upload them if I have the time to actually upload it and edit and film and do everything. So I'm trying my best to have them on time, but I can't guarantee they'll always be on time. And I'm sure you guys are all wondering, this is the big question you guys all want me to answer, is will UW, when it comes back, will it be on WWE 12, the next video game? Well, I've seen footage of WWE 12. It looks cool. I really dig the new arena creator. That's always been one thing we've been dying to have in COD leagues for so many years. For so many games, we've been waiting to have it. It would make UW so much greater to have our own arenas. Just how great it would be to have Pandemonium in an arena that actually says Pandemonium, but not just like WrestleMania or whatever. I can't wait to try that. I just can't wait to try that feature, but so far I haven't really heard anything great about the creative side of the game, of creative character, all the entrances, the attires, the creative storyline, creative finisher. I haven't heard anything special about those things. If they take those things out of the game, I can't really see myself using WWE 12 for UWA, because think about it. Can we really do UWA without creative finisher? I really don't think we can do the aneurysm, Von Creed's finisher, with a simple generic finisher from the move list on the game. Without story designer, we're going to have to go back to our old ways of, filming all the promos and backstage segments. So personally, I think right now, 2011 still probably is the better game that's good for doing COD leagues. So I'll say this much. I'm going to wait and see what W12 is all about. If I find out it has everything we need, then I'll definitely switch to WB12. But until then, we're sticking to Raw vs. SmackDown 2011. Because I can't guarantee that WB12, knowing how THQ works, I can't guarantee they're going to have everything that was in 2011 in it. And plus, the graphics aren't even that good either. But yeah, folks, so I know this video is quite long, but I just want to keep you guys all up to speed, and just be on the lookout. Well, I'm sure we'll be showing some return promos coming up, but I expect to see episodes of Assault coming up in December, and hope to see you guys all soon. I really hope to hear from you guys as well too, so feel free to leave comments, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Peace out.